You guys ready to go? Rock and roll? Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Good evening, and welcome to the City of Boynton Beach City Commission meeting. This is Tuesday, September the 2nd, 2025, and the time is 6 o'clock, okay? We will now turn to our city clerk for roll call.
Mayor Shelton is absent. Vice Mayor Hay?
Present.
Commissioner Cruz?
Present.
Commissioner Turkin?
Present.
Commissioner Kelly?
Here.
Vice Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Millie. We will be led in our invocation prayer tonight by yours truly. Then Commissioner Turkin will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And let us all stand for a word of prayer. Most gracious and Heavenly Father, we come once again thanking you for your many blessings. We thank you, Lord, for all that you have done and all that you are planning to do for the city of Boynton Beach, 83,000 plus citizens. We appreciate the city's leadership, its staff, and the citizens who work together to make this place of unity, progress, and care. We're especially grateful for the Labor Day celebration that have brought us together in fellowship and reflection on the dignity of work and the contributions of all who labor in this city. And as we transition into the fall season, we ask for your continued guidance and wisdom for our city council members and all who serve in public office. May we lead with integrity, compassion, and a vision for the common good. Bless the work of our hands as we make decisions that will affect the lives of all who live and call Boynton Beach their home. We also pray for the citizens of the city, that they may find peace, prosperity, and purpose in the service ahead. Let this time of change bring new opportunities for growth, both personally and collectively, as we strive to build a community that reflects your love and your justice. For it's in the matchless name of Jesus the Christ we do pray and ask it all. Let every heart say amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're now moving on to the agenda for approval, addition, deletions, and correction. I will start with our legal. She has some input on some items that are requests. So,
Thank you, Mayor. Attorney Lamb, Shauna Lamb, City Attorney. It has come to my attention, we just did that ordinance relating to waivers for advisory board appointments, and unfortunately, the applications and the way they are on this current agenda, it's not clear that their application also requires an approval of the waiver. So what I would request for this meeting until staff kind of straightens out that process, that the Historic Resources Preservation Board positions, the applications and appointments, just go ahead and be tabled for this meeting and carried over to the next regular meeting.
okay.
Okay.
That's fine by me.
We would just need a motion. We could either do that
When we get to the item.
when we get to the item.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
you're so welcome. I'll start to my right. Commissioner Cruz, do you have any addition, deletion?
I do not, Vice Mayor. Thank
Okay.
you.
Commissioner Amy Kelly?
Vice Mayor, the only, Commissioner Turkin, we spoke about it in an agenda review. I just wanted to, are you going to add on future agenda items, the legislative discussion?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you were gonna, that didn't get, because I double-checked future, it wasn't
Yeah.
on here from Thursday, but it was a conversation we had during agenda review. Okay, then I'm good, because
Okay,
Commissioner
good.
Turkin's gonna
Commissioner Turkin.
lead that.
Yeah, the only thing was what Commissioner Kelly had brought forward. So on our agenda review on Thursday, I had proposed the idea of having like a workshop and having staff and us sit with Ballard Partners and also have a discussion of obtaining a federal lobbyist, which I know we have, and then really getting ahead of the curve when it comes to what we want to try to push in Tallahassee, as well as the federal level come NLC in March. And so I don't want this to be like a shotgun conversation. So what I'm looking for is consensus so we can have some dialogue with staff, with the city attorney's office to discuss what our top initiatives are policy-wise, as well as any grants or appropriations we're looking for, both at the state and federal level.
Fine with me. How does the rest? Okay, you have consensus.
Awesome.
Okay, very good. I do have a couple, but we'll 6D as in David and 8E, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to them, okay? If there's no other, may we have a motion to approve the
So
agenda?
moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been motion by Turkin and second by Amy Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Motion carries 5-0. We will move on to informational items by the members of the commission. Let's begin to my left this time. Commissioner Turkin,
Nothing, Vice Mayor.
okay? Commissioner Kelly,
Vice Mayor, I do not have any informational items. Thank you.
okay? Commissioner
Same for
Cruz.
me, Vice Mayor.
And the same here with me. Amen. We'll move on to announcement, item 3. We have a presentation on the state of education by school board member Erica Whitfield, District 4. Ask her to come forth. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Erica Whitfield, and I have been on your school board now for almost 11 years. It's been a pleasure to serve. I appreciate you all having me here again to speak about your schools, and I'm happy to answer any questions after my brief talk, anything that you're concerned about. The school year has been great. We had a really good year last year. We were able to maintain our A rating as a school district, so we're very proud of that. That means a lot for our community to be able to have great schools in our public school system. It means a lot for our communities. And I know that's a particular concern here in Boynton Beach. And so I'm very glad to tell you that. Our second piece of great news is your high school, for the first time in many, many years, I'm proud to say, is a B-rated school. That is a huge deal. I'm so ridiculously proud of Boynton Beach High School. I would like to give all of the credit to our new principal there. He's been there a few years. He's made an incredible impression on the students, on the staff, and on to all of our administration. So that's Dr. Moody Fuller. If you have not had a chance to go visit him, I ask that you please go and see him because he's just doing an awesome job. So we're very proud of him. The other schools in your district that I want to mention about the grades, we have Citrus Cove has maintained their A, so that is a wonderful thing. We're very proud of that. Cross Point Elementary went from a C to a B, so we're very proud of that. That's Dr. Eval Valerie Valcourt, also an incredible principal. She comes from Haitian heritage and speaks Creole, so that is a wonderful thing for the community there, and I'm quite proud of her. We have maintained grades at Forest Park Elementary. They still have a C. Freedom Shores, unfortunately, went from a B to a C. Galaxy Elementary remains a C, and Poinciana Elementary remains a B, and Rolling Green remains a C. Unfortunately, Congress Middle School did go down from a D to a C, and so that's something that our principal there, who I also have to say, she's just wonderful, and I'm really glad. So any support you can give to Congress Middle School as we continue to go forward to really try to tackle that grade and bring it up, I would appreciate it. As far as the school system, the entire system, we had some unfortunate news just a week ago. We have about 5,516 students that are not attending that we expected to attend this school year. As you know, our school system, we get our funding based on the number of students that come to the system. So that is a very large loss of funding. Each student brings with them about just over $9,000, and so that is an impact to the system. As you know, we continue to have the same buildings we've had. We try to have the same number of teachers. The mitigation will probably come from open positions, so we will not have any loss of employees, but we are on a hiring hold as of last week to mitigate for a potential loss. The official count will be in October. But seeing those numbers, we can prepare with our budget going forward. There's many reasons why this could potentially be occurring, and we're looking into what those reasons are to hopefully deal with that. But it is something that is of concern because throughout the urban districts in the state of Florida, we are seeing similar declines. We're actually doing better than many of the other school systems. Some of the school systems are down 13,000, 14,000 kids, and that means that they may have to close schools. And so we're in a place right now where that is not even on the table. So we're very grateful that we are still going forward and everything's okay, and we can just mitigate the concerns through our budget and we'll be okay. Charter schools had a similar decrease as we did. So we're down 3.4%. Charter went down 3.5%. So it's pretty similar across the board. We were surprised about that too. We thought we would be down 400 students from our projections, so it is a little bit of more of an impact than we thought it would be. Talking about one positive thing that I think is coming up for our school system is that we got a report from our partnership with the Education Foundation, and they recently did a report we call the ESG report. It was a consultant that went and looked into our choice systems to really see where we needed to improve as a system. This is something that I think is really important when you're talking about workforce development in Palm Beach County. The areas that we need to grow according to this report, and what we already knew, and I'm sure every single one of you know, is that we need to work on vocational and technology. Those are definitely areas that we want to put a bigger priority. So following this report, we have convened a small group of our staff that has been meeting to kind of dissect this report and look through potential changes that we could make to increase the strength of our school system and the offerings that we're providing so that we can have workforce for the community and the businesses in our community. We will be having a workshop on that at the school district on November 5th, and I feel that it is really an important issue coming before the school board to make sure that we are making the changes necessary to provide the education that we all need in our communities to make sure that they are strong with our schools. Finally, I want to say, as a way that you all will be able to help with that, is when we are looking at expansion of our vocational, technical, and even our professional degree programs within our school system, our certificate programs, we look for ways that we can partner better with the business community. And the way that we can do that best is by having business partners actually coming into our schools to teach the things that they are experts in. I was able to help create a program where we bring in people who are doing underground utilities to come and teach. They're actually experts in underground utilities, and they come in and they teach underground utilities to our adult education students. And through that programming, they then have employees that they can hire to do the work that's very much needed in the community. So that's a partnership. That's an example of a partnership where we're bringing someone in and we're able to create employees for those jobs, but we're also creating jobs and we're training people to be higher wage earners than they would be. So we're very proud of that. And I would like to ask the community in Boynton, if you're interested in partnering up with us, I would very much like to have a conversation with you, and we can bring in, whatever it is that means something to your company, and we can work on making those programs available. The last thing I will say, sorry, I said last, but now this is really last. On February 20th, I'm proud to say that Boynton Beach High School will be having an Ethical Governance Day, which I have been trying to convince them to do for many, many years. This is a program that I bring to the community with Judge Samantha Fuhrer. We've been doing it for 7 years, and we rotate high schools, but we bring in our elected officials to come and speak to the students at the school. And I would like to invite you all to please come on February 20th. Please pencil it in. I will officially call you to make sure you can come. But I would love it if you're there. It's just a morning program where we really have our elected officials interact with our students and kind of create that transparency in government so that they can know who their leaders are and ask them questions. So nothing too terrible, I promise, but it is something that I think is a win to have at our newly Boynton Beach High School to recognize the good work of those students. So with that, I will stop and I'll see if you have any questions for me.
Hey, thank you very much, Erica. Do we have any questions, comments from the commissioners?
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Outstanding.
I appreciate it.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
very
Have a great
much.
day.
Okay, all right. The next announcement will be a proclamation.
I'm just grabbing water. You want one?
Okay, yes, thank you. A proclamation naming September 2025 as the Hunger Action Month. The proclamation will be accepted by Allison Volk and Feeding South Florida, and Commissioner Amy Kelly will please read the proclamation.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. City of Boynton Beach proclamation, whereas since 1981, Feeding South Florida has worked to end hunger in the city of Boynton Beach by providing our community in need with immediate access to nutritious food, and whereas hunger does not discriminate, it knows no race, religion, or age. In South Florida, approximately 1 million individuals face hunger. Food should not be an impossible choice for the community of the city of Boynton Beach. And whereas Feeding South Florida leads hunger and poverty advocacy efforts in our community while transforming lives through innovative programming and education that provides economic growth and overall well-being. And whereas the city of Boynton Beach is therefore committed to supporting Feeding South Florida so that together we can achieve a hunger-free South Florida. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Amy Kelly, Commissioner for the city of Boynton Beach, Florida, do hereby proclaim September 2025 as Hunger Action Month and call upon the good people of the city of Boynton Beach to join us in supporting Feeding South Florida during this month of action. And Allison, if you'd like to come up and accept the proclamation, we can take a picture. Vice Mayor, if you want to join, you're more than welcome.
Sure, I'll go with you.
On behalf of Feeding South Florida, our CEO, Paco Velez, and our entire board, we appreciate the city, Commissioner Kelly, the mayor in her absence, and the entire commission for recognizing September's Hunger Action Month. Boynton Beach is especially special to Feeding South Florida because we have an actual physical location where we serve all of Palm Beach County. But at that location, we have a physical on-site client choice pantry that people come from all over Palm Beach County to get groceries that day. We also do case management out of that office where we don't just provide food, we also work through other solutions. We have a community kitchen where we not just provide meals for seniors, summer meals, and also a culinary training program. We are especially excited within the next year. We are expanding that facility to have more space to serve to address the need, basically, with the things that are happening nationwide and especially locally prior to what is going on with the government already demanded an increase in how we serve and who we serve. And so thank you to the city of Boynton Beach for supporting that physical space, but also to recognizing September as Hunger Action Month. Thank you so much.
Very good, very good. Thank you. The next presentation will be by the veterans of Foreign Walls Post 5335 of Boynton Beach. If you would come at this time.
Good afternoon, Vice Mayor, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for having us here tonight. I'm very honored to be joined with my fellow officers of VFW Michael J. Metcalf, Post 5335. Recently, we made the difficult decision to sell our building, our post, but one of the things that was hanging on the walls was this flag that was made with care by Our Ladies Auxiliary. It hung there for years, and now we would like to pass this on to the citizens of Boynton Beach to stay here at the City Hall so our legacy can continue to live on. While we don't have a building, we still have a charter, so the Michael J. Metcalf Post 5335 lives on. We still do our community service and service veterans, which is our mission. We are a Gold Star Post. The name Michael J. Metcalf, PFC, he was a Boynton Beach citizen, and he paid the ultimate sacrifice in Afghanistan. So that's why his name is on this flag and our post's namesake. Thank you again very much.
Very good, very good, very good. Put it in the lobby? Huh? Yeah, let's take a picture. Come on.
Hop in.
All of us.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Jonathan Burton, B-U-R-T-O-N.
Okay. The next announcement will be by the senior prom. Can I please have a staff member come and make up that announcement for me?
Justin Johnson, Marketing and Outreach Manager. Good evening, Vice Mayor Hay, City Commissioners. The Boynton Beach Recreation and Parks Department and Senior Advisory Board are co-hosting Senior Prom 2025. This event will be held at 6 p.m. on Friday, September 12th at the historic Boynton Women's Club, 1010 South Federal Highway. Whether you're single or attending as a couple, everyone ages 55 and over is welcome to enjoy a night filled with music, dancing, and light refreshments. Tickets are $10 for residents and $15 for non-residents. For more information, we invite everyone to visit the City of Boynton Beach website, boynton-beach.org, or the Senior Prom event page on Facebook. I also brought hard copies of the flyer printed out, and they're on the table in the back of the chambers if anyone would like to pick one up on their way into the meeting. Vice Mayor, with permission, the next announcement is also ours as well, so I'll go ahead and take care of that.
Go right ahead.
The City of Boynton Beach will host a 9/11 memorial ceremony at 8 a.m. on Thursday, September 11th, 2025. This commemoration will be held at Centennial Park, 120 East Ocean Avenue, that's just east of City Hall, in recognition of the 24th anniversary of the tragic events of September 11, 2001. The ceremony will honor the victims who lost their lives, the bravery of the first responders killed responding to the attack, and the resilience demonstrated by our nation in the face of adversity. The event is free and open to the public. I'd also like to add that we have confirmed that FP&L, who sponsored the breakfast at last year's event, has agreed to once again sponsor the breakfast for this year's event. So we will have breakfast available for all those in attendance at the event as well.
Very good, very good.
Thank you.
I just have to say, do you know how long it's been since I've been to a prom? Almost as long.
Don't answer that.
Almost as long as McCray. Okay, we're moving on to public audience portion of the meeting, and as always, it is 3 minutes per person and non-transferable. Same rules always apply. The speaker must address the commission as a whole, not to any individual on the dais or in the audience. Insults, personal attacks, and disruptions are not permitted, and you may be asked to leave the meeting should you violate these rules. After we have concluded the in-person comments, we will move to online comments. So if you would line up on both sides, we will start. You have 3 minutes. Please give us your name and
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mike McCray. Since we're on a roll this afternoon with good news, I'd just like to commend you all for placing your pictures back in the lobby of the City Hall. I'm just saying that was a thing that was long overdue, because the citizens, as well as our visitors and our vendors, now they can associate a face with a name. Second of all, I'd like to say years ago, we used to have the agenda printed and placed in the lobby the day of the meetings. I'm just saying, if you all could go back to that, please. I'm just saying it might encourage more citizens to come to our meetings if they could pick up a copy of the agenda to see what you all are doing. Thank you.
Good evening, David Katz, Boynton Beach. After public audience, the commission's going to be addressing board appointments. I'd like to address two of the openings. The first one is for a gentleman named Charlie Holder, who's a non-resident, and on his application, he put that he was a resident, maybe just an error on his part. But as a non-resident, he's looking to be appointed to one of the city's quasi-judicial boards. And I think that's a big mistake, to appoint a non-resident to one of those kind of boards. So I'd appreciate you passing on him. Also, there are two gentlemen who are applying to be on the Senior Advisory Board, but they both live in the same address. And I would urge that you only appoint one of them to the board, so there's no perception possibly on their part, because all boards are governed by the Sunshine Law. So if they're sitting across the kitchen table from each other, who knows what they might discuss. The other thing I'd like to discuss, and it's on first reading, so this is where I have to do it, is proposed ordinance 25-021. I'm sure staff and legal have worked hard on this, but in my humble opinion, it's riddled with governmental overreach. And I would urge that you table it. It's just too vague, and I think that they're hoping that basically it's not enforceable and that there won't be any enforcement. But it's loaded with governmental overreach, and I'd appreciate you tabling that ordinance so that governmental overreach can be deleted from it. Thank you.
Okay. Are there, yes.
Thank you. Susan Oyer, Boynton Beach. So nothing too crazy tonight, just a reminder that we still, as a city, have not publicized that the right turn only lanes throughout the city, there's what, 3 or 4 of them? And I still see people blowing through them constantly. Almost got hit a couple weeks ago by someone headed east on Old Boynton Road, you know, where the Walgreens is, and they just decided that all those signs and all those markings on the ground apply to everyone but them, and decided they were going to try and run through and run me over. And so I would suggest that maybe we should do a better job You know, whether it's a map coming out every once in a while or adding it to the Sailfish News or doing something to point out the locations where these are. And they are very well signed. My complaint is not about the signing or the marks on the ground. You guys and the county have done their job. This is flat out people not noticing it. So maybe we should be putting those blinking solar lights on, you know, or like they have around some of the stop signs, and maybe put them around those right turn only signs, of which there's 2 or 3 at every single one of these places, and nobody pays attention except apparently me and the natives of Boynton who notice it. But maybe that's something we should be doing, because I'm sure at some point we're going to start having more accidents as we're moving into snowbird season, and maybe that's something we should start reviewing every year. You know, just a quick little reminder. It seems like that's not going to hurt anything, and it might prevent some accidents. Also, in front, between the Target and where 2J's is, the Oakwood Square Plaza, you have to go up and around and make a U-turn around the island to be able to turn into the Oakwood Plaza off of Old Boynton Road. Some people decide it's better to cross a couple lanes of traffic and try and turn early. Maybe we should be making the median a little bit longer, or get rid of it, one or the other, because that doesn't seem to be solving the problem. And you have people cutting while people are properly U-turning, and then you're going to have an accident there as well. So I would make that suggestion. Let's keep Boynton safe.
Okay, do we have anyone else who would like to speak? Please come forward. Don't just raise your hand. Thank you. And again, if you want to speak, please line up so we don't have a big gap, okay? Appreciate it.
Hi, Ernest George McNulty. I'm a homeowner at Harbor Hall Inlet since November of 2020, and I'm wondering why I can't get any kind of protection from this city, because I happen to be engaged in volunteer work, which is going around town observing crime, corruption, and a lot of problems. And in exchange for that, those people are allowed to come to my house, physically attack me. And then, of course, the city officials make comments about me, that I'm a terrorist, I have bombs, I have guns. How is this all happening? And the greatest investigation that should happen is against Boynton Beach, against everybody sitting here, because you're really good at castigating people and making comments out at the public, at the beach, and at these bars and these dangerous places. But yet, if anybody says anything about y'all, you try and get us arrested, or you get me arrested 4 or 5 times, and you think it's funny. And I came tonight because I was asking for the firing of the police chief and the firing of the city manager, period. If they can't protect me, how about all the other victims? And then the last thing I'll say, the information from insiders that I'm getting about public schools in Boynton Beach, about what's going on with abuse and with problems with staffing and licensing and covering up incidents and just refusing to admit everything. And then the worst thing, you sit up here and you tell everybody how pure the water is, enjoy the water and the food. Are you kidding me? The water in Boynton Beach is so contaminated it'll kill a bird. And you're telling everybody to drink it and enjoy it? And this food program you talk about? You know how many people are starving in Boynton Beach? They're eating out of dumpsters because they're afraid to come over there. Half them don't have paper, so they're afraid. So I wouldn't brag about how you're helping hungry people here. And I want to know, when can I get some protection? And I sent emails to everybody on this dais. Not one of you answer. Not the city attorney, nobody. You won't answer. People coming on my door, banging on my door, threatening me, gangs. And then the police come up and stop them and say, oh, Mr. McNulty, it's all your fault. Well, my fault? When's the investigation going to happen? A real investigation. Not by your own government, by an outside government. That's what we need. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any others who would like to speak at this time? Seeing none, we will close the in-house. Are there any online?
No, Vice Mayor, there's nobody online.
We have none online. That closes public ordinance. We'll move on to item number 5, administrative.
Vice Mayor, I'd like to table 5A per the city attorney's request.
Table
Second.
5. Do I have a motion?
Oh, we don't need to table the whole thing, just his historic, I'm sorry, did we want to table all of them?
I thought that was your recommendation.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes.
It's up to the board.
No problem. I'll
I don't
second
have a
that.
problem.
Okay, so table 5A.
Do I have a motion on that?
Yeah, I'll stick with the original motion.
Okay.
And Commissioner
I'll
Cruz
stick with the
seconded it.
Okay, it's been moved and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, and so ordered. So that's take us down to 6 consent agenda?
No, 5.
Oh, 5B.
Mayor.
Okay. Okay, 5B. All righty. 5B, we have 3 community support fund requests. One from myself for Boynton Beach Bulldogs in the amount of $1,000, and 2 from Commissioner Kelly for Feeding South Florida and Friends of Boynton Beach Library, each of $500. May I have a motion to approve these requests?
So
Motion
moved.
to approve second.
Okay, motion by Thomas Turkin and second by Kelly.
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposers nay. Ayes have it unanimously. Passed unanimously.
Do you mind if I just say something real quick? Sure. About my donation? So, one, we heard from Feeding South Florida. Allison, thank you for coming tonight. It is they do encourage volunteers. I have taken my kids out there to sort through food, and there's always a good group of people that are out there willing to help. And like Allison said, they also offer classes and culinary classes to people who are trying to, better themselves. And so if you have an interest in volunteering, they're a great organization. They're right here local. They do amazing things for all ages in our community. And so I just encourage everyone to support them. And then my other community support funds were to Friends of Boynton Beach Library, and that is my annual donation to kick off our holiday basket drive. And so I'm just encouraging my colleagues to jump on board like they have every year, and I thank you for supporting that. Maylee, how many are we hoping to do? How many did we do last year? It was 2?
Did 200 last year.
We did 200 last year, and then we're trying to double that this year. So I'm excited for another great year of holiday baskets that go to our schools, to our students. It's much needed, and just whatever we can do. But we're excited to kick that off. So thank you, and thank you to staff. All of our staff jumps on board. And has really embraced that since we started it. And so I just thank staff. And Maylee, she's always takes charge of that. So I just thank everyone for taking that and running with it. So thank you. Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Very good, Commissioner. Now we move on to consent agenda, item 6. Staff has requested that we table item 6D until September the 18th, 2025.
Motion to table.
Second.
It was moved by Commissioner Turkin and second by Commissioner Cruz. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, passed unanimously. Okay. Let's see.
Remainder.
Now, if my colleagues want to pull any of these items from consent, let's begin to my left. Commissioner Turkin, you
I'm
good?
okay, Vice Mayor, thank you.
You good? You good?
Nope, good, thank
I'm
you.
good.
Same for me.
Okay.
Motion to
motion-
approve consent agenda?
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by Sister Kelly, second by Commissioner Turkin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right. That takes us down to item 7. I believe it's consent bids and purchases. Would any of my colleagues would like to pull any item? Let's move from my right this time.
Not for me, Vice Mayor.
None for
Thank you.
me.
No.
Scully,
Nope, I'm good, thank you.
Turkin,
Motion to approve.
all right.
Second?
Okay, it's been moved by Turkins, Commissioner Turkins, second by Commissioner Kelly. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. Ayes have it, passed unanimously. Okay. Moving right along, catch up with you guys. Okay. We will go on now to, okay, we passed that public hearing. I'll turn to the clerk to read item 8A into the records.
Proposed ordinance number 25-012, second reading, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Boynton Beach, Florida, repealing section 16-44 of the City Code of Ordinances entitled Gambling, providing for codification, conflict, severability, and an effective date.
Okay, this is the second reading for this. Are there any comments or questions from the commission?
No, Vice Mayor.
There were no changes, just for the record, with regard to the repealing.
Okay. We'll open up public comment at this time. If you have any, you have 3 minutes. If you want to say something on this item, seeing none, we'll move right along. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second. No one's online, right?
No.
Oh, I forget.
Thank you.
No
Yes,
one's online.
nobody's.
Okay, it was moved by Commissioner Kelly, second by Commissioner Turkins. Roll call.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Turkin? Commissioner Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hay?
Yes.
In a roll call vote, the motion passed unanimously.
Very good. Now we'll turn to read item 8B into the records by our clerk. This is also second reading.
Proposed ordinance number 25-014, second reading, an ordinance of the City of Boynton Beach, Florida, repealing Article 12, Section 15-128 through 15-133 of Chapter 15 of the City Code of Ordinances, which established and revised the prohibition of loitering in the City of Boynton Beach, providing for codification, conflict, severability, and an effective date.
Again, this is the second reading. Have there been any changes?
No, no, Vice Mayor.
None. Okay, so any public comments? Would you come at this time? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Kelly, second by Commissioner Turkin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We need a roll call.
Roll
I'm
call,
sorry.
roll call.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Turkin?
Yes.
Commissioner Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hay?
Yes,
In a roll call vote, the motion passed unanimously.
excellent. I'll turn to the clerk to also read 8C into the record. This is also a second reading. Staff, has there been any changes on this?
Good, if we could just read the item first. Thank you.
Proposed ordinance number 25-015, second reading, ordinance of the City of Boynton Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 10, Article 3, entitled Abandoned Property by repealing Article 3 in its entirety and replacing it with a new Article 3 entitled Abandoned Property, amending Chapter 12 entitled Reserved by renaming it Foreclosed, Vacant, and Unimproved Property Registration Program, and creating new sections thereunder, providing for conflict, severability, codification, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, I see we have some comments from staff.
Nope, I'm just up here to let you know that there is no changes from first to second reading. And I do have the presentation if you wanted to see it again.
Excellent, excellent. Any questions or comments from the commission?
Thank you, Candace. I remember hearing some concerns about the way that this may affect residents. So I just wanted to make sure everything's good with my colleagues. No further questions or anything? Good. All right.
No,
That's it.
fine. No, open it up for public comment and then I'll make a motion.
Okay, thank you. We open up for public comment. Would be permitted at this time. Anyone want to speak on this item? please come forward. Seeing none,
Not online
I
either.
have
Motion to approve, 8C.
Second?
moved by Commissioner Turkin, second by Commissioner Cruz. Will the clerk call a roll?
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Turkin?
Yes.
Commissioner Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hay?
Yes.
And a roll call vote, the motion passed unanimously.
Okay. That takes us over to item 8D. Will the clerk read 8D into the records?
Proposed ordinance number 25-017, second reading. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Boynton Beach, Florida, correcting errors in the legal descriptions contained in ordinance 23-006, approving the abandonment of the 225-foot segment of the 20-foot wide right-of-way located within the north section of the Pierce development, approximately 175 feet south of the East Boynton Beach Boulevard center line, AKA North Alley. The 225-foot long segment of the 40-foot wide northeast First Avenue right-of-way, and the 335.02-foot long segment of the 20-foot wide right-of-way located within the southern section of the Pierce development, approximately 150 feet north of the East Ocean Avenue center line, AKA South Alley, authorizing the city manager to execute an amended disclaimer, which shall be recorded with this ordinance in the public records of Palm Beach County, Florida, providing an effective date and for all purposes.
That was a mouthful, wasn't it? Any questions or comments from the commission? Hearing none, the public comments is permitted at this time, each with 3 minutes in your response. Any public comments? Seeing none, we'll close that, and I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
Second.
It's been motioned by Commissioner Turkin, second by Commissioner Kelly. Roll call.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Turkin?
Yes.
Commissioner Cruz?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hay?
Yes.
And a roll call vote, the motion passed unanimously.
Okay. As to item 8E, staff has requested this item be tabled until October 21st? October 21st, 2025.
So moved. Motion to table.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Kelly, second by Commissioner Turkin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, 5-0. Carries unanimously. Moving right along. I turn to the clerk to read item 10A into the records.
Proposed ordinance number 25-021, first reading, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Boynton Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 15, Article 1, Section 15-19, smoking areas of the city's Code of Ordinances, providing for conflict, severability, codification, and an effective date.
Again, this is the second reading.
This is first reading.
First reading.
First? Okay, say second, yeah, that's all right. Staff had, are there any, no, there's no change.
I can
Oh, you-
speak to it.
Yeah.
This was requested by the Parks and Recreation Department. They are seeing some litter with regard to cigarettes, and I guess at the football games and various things, there's a lot of people that are smoking and, in our parks and in different areas. So I have received some complaints that maybe including it in our parking lots is a little broad, because let's say someone's getting out of their car and they're just putting out their cigarette or something like that. One of the things we could do, we could either remove that portion, or we could offer a warning system so that if a person is caught smoking, they get one warning, and then if they're, caught doing it again, then they're asked to be removed from the premises. Those are some of our thoughts. I don't know how you feel about it.
There a financial charge involved, a fee?
this relates back to, and I apologize, but this does relate back to a penalty, and I think it's our standard penalty, which would be up to a certain amount. And I apologize, but I thought there would be a presentation, but I can have all of that information sent to the commission. I do not have that in front of me right now.
Okay, Commissioner Turkin.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I definitely admire the sentiment. There's a lot of gray areas for me to make a decision on this tonight. I think about different events that the city has where there's alcohol allowed. And so, yeah, I can definitely understand the sentiment of, not being blasted in the face with cigarette smoke at a football game, As far as enforcement goes, I know there's a lot of challenges with Parks and Rec for even enforcing dogs or no dogs in a particular park. So now we want to widen the scope of this to be the vaping police as well. And so I don't know if that's actually legitimate or not as this sits in front of me today. So I'd like to make a motion to table this item until I can get some more options and maybe have further discussion with the city attorney's office.
Second.
Been moved by Commissioner Turkin and second by Commissioner Cruz to table. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposers, nay. Item passes unanimously, 5-0.
Can I just ask for clarification?
Yes.
Is there a specific time? I know that we're pretty heavy in September. Is this something we would like to bring back potentially in October after further discussion?
Maybe
This is
second weekend
no
of October?
rush for me.
Rush for me.
Okay, we'll just,
November, maybe?
Yeah.
the problem
November's
is
fine.
if we don't do date certain, every time we come
Right.
to a meeting, we're going to have to table
Well, let's
it.
do the second meeting in October then,
Can
and
be
we can start that
October.
discussion.
Okay. So
Maybe we
can
can
we
just have a
do-
discussion item and not necessarily an
I think that's a great
ordinance.
idea.
Okay, so if we can amend the previous motion then? I would
We just do
recommend
it-
a
okay.
motion to amend the previous motion to a motion to table this until October 21st and bring it as a discussion item.
So move.
Second.
Moved by legal, no,
Basically, basically.
moved by Turkin and second by Kelly, that we table this until October, October what date?
21st.
21st. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposers? Motion carries 5-0 unanimously. Okay, the final item for tonight is the Capital Improvement Plan Quarterly Project Update. Staff, if you could please begin the presentation.
Good evening, Vice Mayor and
Evening.
Commissioners. Rick Hoffer, Assistant Director of Public Works. This is a presentation on Public Works CIP Quarterly Update, third quarter fiscal year 24-25. Wanted to start with the capital improvement program overview. Total CIP project count is 171 projects. 112 projects have been completed. Key completed projects include Southeast 3rd Street, Chapel Hill Road resurfacing change order, Southeast 1st Street design, Northeast 6th Street pedestrian crossing, and Centennial Park side project. 35 projects are in construction. Key projects include fire department, boat dock and lift, Arts and Cultural Center auditorium upgrades, Gulfview Harbor road resurfacing, Meadows Road resurfacing, and MLK Boulevard improvements. 14 projects are in design, including key projects of Marine Complex, Pence Park improvements, JC Park improvements, Seacrest Boulevard streetscape improvements, and Lawrence Road beautification. We have 10 projects in the planning stage, including key projects of the new Fire Station 3 progressive design build, Police Department pistol range improvements, and barrier-free pickleball lighting. As can be seen on this slide, approximately 66% 98% of this fiscal year CIP projects have been completed, with about 21% in construction, around 8% in design, and around 6% in planning. Transportation has the largest budget of $13.2 million, followed by Recreation and Parks, Public Safety, and General Governmental, just as a statistic here. 25 of the 171 CIP projects are general governmental, so just trying to give you a little bit of the split between the different categories. This is a listing of 9 of the general governmental projects, reflecting project status information. So just try to get a kind of a sampling of projects here to give status updates on. I'm just going to highlight a few of these. Arts and Cultural Center is on track to be completed construction early December, which is a critical project to get done by then. So that's good news. Children's Museum structural repairs anticipated to be completed by December of this year. And Historic Women's Club pedestrian crossing or crosswalk design anticipated to be completed this month as well. So lots of activity going on. Going to public safety, 26 of the CIP projects are public safety. This is a listing of 9, kind of a sample of them, reflecting project status information. Just highlight a few of these projects. Fire Station 3 design, build, procurement anticipated to start next month. It's a very big project. It's good to see it continuing to move forward. Marine Complex, anticipated design complete April 2026. And Fire Department boat, dock, and lift project anticipate completion next month, yes. Just moving on to Recreation and Parks. 54 of the CIP projects are Recreation and Parks. So just a little bit of the distribution information. The slide, along with the next 2 slides, has a listing of 24 sample projects for Recreation and Parks. Going to just touching on Pioneer Park boat ramp. Is in advertisement currently for construction stage. Anticipated start construction is November 2025. Moving on. I think that advanced. Okay, so Pence Park improvements, just to continue on to touch on some of these projects. That's another one that started design very recently, so it was good to see that start to move forward design-wise. Design complete April 2026 is projected completion date for design. J.C. Park master plan new play structure, anticipated design completion February 2026. That's another project that kicked off recently design-wise. And this slide just shows some completed Recreation and Parks project for reference. Going to transportation. 50 of the 171 CIP projects are transportation projects. This slide, along with the next slide, is listing 14 of the transportation projects and reflects status information, highlighting some projects. Southeast 1st Street roadway improvements, anticipated construction start next month. That's also a very big project. Good to see that moving forward. Into construction. It's currently advertising. Gulfview Meadows and MLK resurfacing improvements projects, anticipated construction completion this month. So those are some very good milestones. Lawrence Road beautification, anticipated design complete October 2026. Sand Castle, anticipated design start next month. That's a very, very big project, a joint project with utilities, and has a $16.5 million grant associated with it. So that's just a note of that. Going to this second transportation slide, just for informational purposes, more list completed projects. I don't really have any specific comments on any of those at this point in time. And that's all. Are there any questions from anyone?
Outstanding. Very good. Any question from the commission?
I just want to say thank you
Yeah.
for providing this detailed quarterly report. I know we've been seeing this grow in different departments, and it's extremely helpful, not just for myself, but for the public to see and know, for those who pay attention, where their tax dollars are being utilized. And so that way, you know, someone chimes in a meeting, they can see that the updates, you know, at this park or at this park or in this area of the city, you know, are either, you know, completed, have a project timeline, or under construction. So thank you so much for bringing this forward. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sam, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you guys working on this and in every single department, because we know it's a big lift. We know it's a lot, and a lot of these projects have been in the pipeline for a while, and you guys are really just getting so many of these completed, as well as, I know Gulfy Harbor was recently completed, even though it says in progress, because it was so recent. So thank
Sure.
you guys for that. I want to give a special shout out for that specifically within my district. And just thank you guys for all the work you do.
Great. Thank you.
Kelly?
Just, you know, this is something that we asked for, to have these quarterly updates, and I think it is so important to see what we have coming up. And, you know, normally we were only seeing this really during budget workshops, and, you know, so it's nice to see that we're getting these updates of when they're completed, where the, you know, where our investment is, because it really is an investment in our community, and in making sure that that we're putting the money back, you know, where it's important. And so I think this is important for us to see, and it's important, just like Commissioner Turkin said, for the public to see as well, that there are these projects, because we know nothing in government is quick. And so there's a lot of these projects that have been on the radar for a really long time, and to see them coming and being in design phases or in progress, it's exciting to see this stuff happening. So thank you. I know you and your team and everyone are working really hard to continue to push our CIP forward, even though money is uncertain. We've been blessed with money, funding coming in that made all of these projects possible. And so we're going to have to get a little bit more creative going forward, which is why I know Commissioner Turkin brought it up for us to have that discussion on grants. And I think we really need to maximize our grant asks on a federal level and a state level to continue to be able to provide a service to our residents that they deserve, that we deserve, to really push the city forward. So I'm looking forward to continuing to get these updates, and keep us posted if you need anything. So thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Just to have 50 projects going, that's outstanding. And I think it's money well spent. I think all of our citizens, if they take the time to look, would be proud of what has been accomplished here in Boynton Beach due to you and your staff and all of us as a team. Thank you very much. Thank you. Does anyone have any final comments for tonight?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposers,
Good
nay.
night.
Good night. Okay, with no further.